A local program is seeking your help to assure the well-being of unaccompanied children, and the Hispanic community prepares for El Día de los Reyes, or Three Kings Day. It's all here on the next Latino Motion. Join us.
Choose to get lost in the woods, to gain experience in forest management.
Choose to travel through time, to understand the past.
Choose to soar, to pursue a career in dance.
Stockton University offers 50 high-quality academic programs, small class sizes, and affordable tuition. Choose to match your interests and talents at one of New Jersey's nationally ranked universities.
Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is presented by Latino Motion Public Affairs Media, a New Jersey nonprofit corporation, and Stockton University. This edition of Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is brought to you by the HD Studios at the campus of Stockton University. Funding for Latino Motion is provided by Atlanticare, a member of Geisinger, Atlantic City Electric, energy for a changing world, and South Jersey Gas. Welcome to Latino Motion, a weekly interview show highlighting issues impacting New Jersey's Latino community while advancing understanding of Latino cultural heritage and contributions to our society. And here is your host, Bert Lopez.
Buenos dias and welcome to Latino Motion. Unaccompanied children and teenagers that have come into the country from the southern border are in need of a safe place to live, and a local program is seeking your help. Joining me is Carlos Martinez to tell us more. Carlos, I know that this is a controversial issue, the things that are happening in the southern border. Nonetheless, that you have children that need to be protected, and your agency is helping to do that. Tell me how you're doing that.
That's right, Bert. Thank you for having me today. Yes, Center for Family Services has a program called Juntos, which we help the kids to be reunified with their families. Those kids that cross unaccompanied, we seek for the families, and we look for families who can foster them, and while we find their families here in the United States.
So I know I have your flyer in front of me because you are recruiting individuals to help foster these children, and the flyer says, abre su casa, abre su corazón, open your house, open your heart, because we do need those loving, caring families to help and provide for some of these kids.
That's right. The ages that I'm working with are 5 to 12. And therefore, they're looking for these families is because the kids need to have a more comfortable, warm place to stay while we reunite them with their families. Through the transition they have, the trauma they have, so it is always better to have a place, a family environment for them to be around so they can overcome their stress, the trauma, and with the help of the families, we provide a training and support so they can help the youth throughout this transition.
And I know that obviously a lot of these children are Spanish speaking,
right.
And you also are targeting Spanish-speaking families to be able to help.
Absolutely, yes. The main, obviously, they speak Spanish, and it's important for them to be able to communicate whatever their issues are. So we prefer Spanish speakers, but if they are bilingual, they know their Spanish. That also helps because.
So this is a foster care in the traditional sense of the word. Your screen. What are the requirements to serve as a foster care parent?
The number one requirement is to have the private, separate room for the kid to stay. Then it comes to a background check, fingerprints, house check, checklist that complies with the state of New Jersey. The homes are licensed with the state of New Jersey, therefore they need to comply with this licensing background checks as well. We do also provide the training that we give to the families so they can understand the process and how to cope with the kids, help the kids to cope with the transition, with the trauma they have for the transition to be reunited with their families. So we all work as a group in order to help the families. So those pretty much are the requirements for the families to pass.
Obviously, they need that room, that house, and the space available. Can a single individual, for example, serve as a foster care
Yes,
parent?
absolutely. As long as they have pass the background check, the fingerprints, and the house check list that the state requires.
Obviously, what kind of parents are you looking for? And I'm assuming that you're looking for that loving family. But who would be a typical family or caregiver here to serve as a foster parent?
Most of the families that we work with, they're very family-oriented, religious as well, and they're looking to help the families and help the kid. Because most of the families that we work with, they have gone through the transition of coming to the United States and adapting to this new world, and they know what's the struggles when we come here and to adapt. Therefore, they want to help the community to be able to, so they can do a smooth transition to this new life.
So how long would the parents you typically serve as foster parents for these children?
With the experience we have is 2 weeks, and they can stay up to a month or more, depending on the case. It's case by case, and it might take some time to be able to find and make sure that the family that these kids are going to, they also have no problems with any abuse or any drug addiction or alcohol, to make sure that the kids are in a better place.
So it's possible that if you serve as a foster parent, you could be cycling in a kid or so over a period of time.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it may not be the same child.
Yes.
And you're providing all the wraparound services for that child, including school?
Absolutely. We take them in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, and bring them to our facility where we do an assessment of how high the level of education is, and then we assign them different programs for them to learn English, to do more science, math, and so forth. And then we'll bring them back to the home at 4 o'clock, Monday through Friday, and then the weekends the family, they do take time with them like if they were family members.
And I know there's a generous stipend, we won't get into the amount, but there's a generous stipend that is afforded to that foster care family.
Yes, and also we cover the medical expenses if they need to have a cavity fix or a broken bone or any medical condition they have. We cover that expense and we take them to the doctors on our expenses.
Is this all done online? They have to go to your office to apply?
They can go online or they can contact me directly, and we can direct them to the right person to fill out the application and to the paperwork, so they can be selective and continue with the process to be a foster parent.
All right, we have a lot more to talk about Juntos. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Latino Motion.
Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is presented by Latino Motion Public Affairs Media, a New Jersey nonprofit corporation. Join us online at www.latinomotion.tv. Find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We encourage your comments and contributions for show topics.
Welcome back to Latino Motion. Juntos is a program that's helping unaccompanied children to assure their well-being. And the program is now hiring. Joining me is Carlos Martinez to tell us more. Carlos, we talked about the Juntos program. You're looking to unite some of the children in your shelter with the families, and you're also looking for foster care parents in the meantime to be able to take care of those children. And I understand there's also job and career opportunities. Tell me about that.
Yes, there are. Thank you, Bert. Yes, we have several positions available in the in different locations that we have throughout South Jersey, and these positions are we need bilingual professionals that can fit into a program to help these kids to be reunited. We need a lot of individuals that are sensitive, they're helpful, they're loving, and they want to help this community to reunite them with their families. A lot of the times we need to have a consciousness about the kids and the well-being, and as well as the being compassionate about what we do. So yes, we look into different kinds of positions to fill with
What would be some of the job titles, if you will? What's the role of some of these
residential
employees?
counselors. So those are the people that stay pass a long time with the kids. They talk, they play games, they talk to each other, and help them with feeding, and make sure they are in the place they are well maintained and supervised, that they don't do anything out of the ordinary.
And I would assume that you're also looking for bilingual individuals as well?
And also medical staff, they can help them to get evaluations, medical problems. Also, we're looking for teachers, bilingual teachers with the credentials, proper credentials to lead in the classrooms. And we're also looking for physicians, therapists, individuals that can help them with their problems and to overcome those issues they have throughout this transition and whatever the problems they had in the past.
So again, the Juntos program is under the Center for Family Services, and you mentioned the fact in the previous segment that you're looking for families to serve as foster parents. How about for the career opportunities? The same information, same website?
Yes, same website. And then you join our team, and you have different descriptions of different positions that are available. And not only Juntos, but also the whole Center for Family Services. But we're looking more into the bilingual staff that can join us and help these kids with the transition.
Yeah, one of the things I want to point out that if you get started in this program and you, as a foster care parent, that you become certified. So that means that you could continue that certification to foster children.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
Like we mentioned, there is a stipend that helps, and
Yes.
it's a very generous stipend, and plus all the expenses for the child is taken care of.
Yes, and the families can help us throughout the whole year. The licensing, it is a year from the state, so they can foster as, could be 12 kids for the whole year, and they can get their nice stipend. And if they have extra rooms, they can also foster more than 2 kids, which is a very, very nice thing to do, to help and to receive.
Now, where are you looking for employees? Obviously, there's some down in Atlantic County, but you also have other programs.
Yes, there is Burlington, Voorhees, Woodbury. So that's where we have the locations. And here in Atlantic County, in Hubbard Township and Northfield, where we have those available positions for the bilingual professionals that can join our team.
So how are you connecting with the community in terms of not only the career opportunities, but also the foster care opportunities?
We're doing radio commercials at the moment. We're doing through the Latino radio stations, which is the local radio stations that are running here in Atlantic County, Byron, and Philadelphia. That's the channels that we're using to promote and seek for families. We're also doing some stuff on Facebook and passing along the information with networking and mouth to mouth. And through the families that are there, telling the families or friends that they're also doing this.
So it's certainly a great opportunity for someone that's looking for a career, but there's also an opportunity to help some of these children. And da pena, right, that we don't see more Latinos stepping up to help these children who also happen to be Latino, and we need that. We need the community support.
Yes, absolutely. It's very, it's been a little difficult to maintain and to find families that are willing to open their homes and especially their heart. It is, I understand it's not easy, but it's a way to pay back. Wow, and we can help our community.
We'll end this segment by saying what's on your flyer. Abre su casa, abre su corazón. Muy importante.
Exactly.
All right, that's all the time we have for this segment. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back with more Latino Motion. Welcome back to Latino Motion. The Hispanic community is preparing once again for their important cultural tradition, El Día de los Reyes, or Three Kings Day. To tell us more about this important cultural tradition are Lynette Morales and Jessica Grullon with the Hispanic Association of Atlantic County. Ladies, welcome to Latino Motion.
Thank you for having us.
And Lynette, I know that me and you used to do the traditional Three Kings Day celebration. Jessica was born here. She might have had a little different experience, but tell me how you experienced Three Kings.
Right. No, as a child, I lived in Puerto Rico. So basically, in Puerto Rico, January 5th, the day before, it was such an exciting day. You know, going out, getting your shoebox, going out, getting that grass, putting it in the box, and under your bed, you know, and waiting for those camels to come, you know, with your gift. It was very exciting. Yeah. Yeah, it was like the most exciting day of the year.
And this is part of our Christian outbuilding, if you will, because one of the idea was that they would eat the grass. The camels would, and then they would leave the gift, just like they did with baby Jesus.
Right, I would wait all night long to see if that box was gone. If the box was gone, the gift was there.
And Jessica, you had a little bit of a different experience born here in the United States.
Well, of course. I mean, for me, Christmas was, you know, celebrating the fact that Santa Claus came down my chimney and put gifts underneath my tree. It doesn't really have much significance, right? And then Three Kings Day would come around, and that would be like, yay, Christmas part 2, right? Latino style. And really, it made more sense to me celebrating the Three Kings as they followed the North Star because they wanted to meet baby Jesus and bring him gifts. So now I understand the significance of the grass and the camels, and that makes more sense to me. I wish I would have done that, but, you know, listening back to it, I remember thinking it was such a crazy idea.
And of course, you were exposed to it because of the work that the Hispanic Alliance at the time was doing to celebrate it in the community. So what do you think is so important to continue that tradition?
Oh yeah, I lived vicariously through the children in our community that were able to celebrate Three Kings Day with the Latino organizations for over 30 years. I think that it's important to keep the culture alive. Even though right now, you know, Christmas and the holidays is so commercialized, we have to bring it back to our Christianity, you know, the Bible and the story of Jesus and why it's important to bring the gifts, you know, as part of that tradition.
Let's talk about what we're doing here in Atlantic City. This year is going to be celebrated January the 4th. At St. Michael's. Tell me what you're doing to get toys and to make this a nice event.
So right now we're reaching out to the community. We're reaching out to individuals. We're reaching out to businesses that can donate or even if they want to volunteer, right? We're also going to be hosting a dinner, kind of like a holiday dinner.
So December 16th at Kareem's restaurant, it's a student-led restaurant, we are hosting a hack holiday dinner where if you bring a toy, your 3-course meal is so affordable. If you don't bring a toy, it's a little bit more. But the whole incentive is to celebrate, fellowship, network, enjoy the holidays together, and also to raise toys because we really want to get to 400 toys. At Caremba Hall, Saturday, January 4th, like Lynette was saying, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., we'll be giving away toys to all children up to the age of 12 years old. We'll have all kinds of things. We have a program with a play, we have giveaways, we have refreshments, there's an opportunity to take pictures with the Three Kings. You know, we're trying to get you to be a Three Kings.
It's a great community event. And I know, Lynette, I know you remember, and Jessica, when we used to do this at the convention center with about 800 kids. We are rebuilding, and we had 300 kids last year. We're shooting for 400 kids at St. Michael's, and they have a great time.
That's right. Those memories are lasting. I know my kids remember that, and it's important for them.
Yeah, and our students are involved from Stockton University, the organization Unidos and the students of Los Latinos Unidos have boxes distributed at the Galloway campus, Atlantic City campus, and at our satellite campuses. So if you see a decorated box with our flyer, which we'll put on the screen for our viewers, please make sure that while you're out grocery shopping or shopping for the holidays that you think about that child in need. We really would love to be able to raise all of these new unwrapped toys to be given on that day on the 4th.
One of the things that really impressed me is the faces of the kids when their Three Kings hands them their toy. and they're so excited. The ages is from 12 and under, and certainly that's the age that they really appreciate those gifts.
Well, I like gifts too, Bert.
Let's talk about that association you talked about. You have Unidos who are participating. We have La Casa Dominicana. We have Organization Azteca. We have Atlantic as AMAR group, and we have a lot more. The Atlanta City Police, Willie Santiago, and others that are participating with us. New Jersey State Police, Troopers, Latino organization, participating with us as well.
And not limited to just those. If anyone wants to come, just volunteer to be a part of it or to sponsor, we will definitely have all of that information on our website. So please reach out to us. We're also having an event through Facebook. If you'd like to attend, let us know, because we really do want to take an inventory of the ages of all of our our children that are participating. So, make sure that you click on going on Facebook or click like and follow us, and we'll make sure that we have a toy for all of you.
Of course, the biggest change from we came from Puerto Rico to the United States is we no longer have real grass.
That's right.
So we had to fake grass. But it was a great time. It's beautiful that we continue this tradition. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this segment. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you again for all this.
Thank you for joining us at home once again here on Latino Motion.
Choose to get your feet wet, to learn more about protecting our environment. Choose to read minds, to understand the human brain.
Choose to get your hands dirty, to create a masterpiece.
Stockton University offers 50 high-quality academic programs, small class sizes, and affordable tuition. Choose to match your interests and talents at one of New Jersey's nationally ranked universities.
Funding for Latino Motion is provided by Atlanticare, a member of Geisinger; Atlantic City Electric, energy for a changing world; and South Jersey Gas. Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is presented by Latino Motion Public Affairs Media, a New Jersey nonprofit corporation. Join us online at www.latinomotion.tv. Find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We encourage your comments and contributions for show topics.